Morning, everyone. My name is Amber Akemi Pyatt, and I am a member of the Public Health Justice Collective. For folks who don't know, we're a network of more than 400 public health professionals, advocates, students, really working at the intersection of public health and social justice in the Bay Area and beyond. And I'm also humbled to organize with the Stop Urban Shield Coalition. Hell yeah. So y'all already know that the Alameda County Sheriff's Office, led by Gregory Ahern, is part of the racist, xenophobic, white supremacist, misogynistic, ableist, capitalist, classist machine, right? But Sheriff Ahern and his department, as well as the Glendyre Jail and the Santa Rita Jail, are also a public health crisis. Research demonstrates what our communities have known all along, that violence and harassment by cops not only lead to injuries, trauma, stress, and deaths that disproportionately affect Black and brown folks, trans and queer folks, unhoused people, sex workers, and other marginalized populations. But harassment by cops also exacerbate health conditions. They can make adverse effects happen to your cancer risk, blood pressure, the risk of low weight and preterm birth babies, and all kinds of other issues. This is a public health crisis. This is literally making us sicker in our communities. And that's inside of our communities for the folks who get to stay. What about folks who are locked up inside our jails and prisons? You know, inside of the jails, the food, which should barely qualify as food, is just inhumane. They have found dead rats. They have found animal feces inside of the food that they are serving folks that are locked up on the inside. People are getting inhumane medical treatment inside. And, you know, you think about when folks are released in the middle of the night, far away from BART, they're often released without their essential medications. People are left without the medications that they need to be able to survive. This is, it is worthy of all the booze. It is such a major problem that sometimes I can't even believe that this is legal, and yet it is. So I also want to lift up, you know, we talked about our comrade from the faith community, talked about the woman who gave birth inside of a solitary confinement cell. And you know, this is a problem that pregnant people inside of Santa Rita and inside Glendyre are perpetually dealing with. They are held with the general population unless they request a medical unit, but what that means is that they are in isolation for 23 hours a day while pregnant. Pregnancy is already hard as is for a variety of reasons, and this is just unreal. I heard some mamas saying some yeses in there, right? So this is just unacceptable, and we really need to think about why we're okay with this. And you know, this is mass incarceration in California. In our so-called liberal bubble of the Bay Area. This is happening right here in our backyards. Clearly, Sheriff Ahern does not give a shit about our communities, right? Apparently, all he cares about is locking people up, militarizing local law enforcement, and profiling folks based on their luggage, apparently. So, you know, the Alameda County Board of Supervisors have the power to do something differently. Supervisors Haggerty, Miley, Valle, Chan, and Carson all can do something different. And they are responsible for authorizing the sheriff's budget and for monitoring jail conditions. Now is not the time for them to cower. Earlier this year, they voted to end Sheriff Ahern's Urban Shield, the War Games and Weapons Expo, as currently constituted. Thanks to tremendous organizing by many of the folks here, including the Ella Baker Center. And we need them to show up for us again. We need them to approve an immediate, real, independent performance and financial audit of the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
An audit would help inform strategies to divest from ineffective, unjust mass incarceration policies and instead invest in effective, equitable, community-based solutions like mental health treatment, substance use treatment, education, and affordable housing. We need the supervisors to act. The Sheriff's Office will not make us safe or healthy. We need public health solutions to public health problems. We need the supervisors to put their mouths their money where their mouths are right now. This is literally a matter of life and death. Thank you.
Yeah.